In last class, we discussed pre-fertilization sexual events in human. It includes gametogenesis and gamete transfer. All of you know gametes are two types, sperm and egg or ovum. Otherwise you can say it as a ootive. So sperm is the male gamete. Today we will learn the structure of sperm. And female gamete is ovum. So the process of formation of male gamete inside seminiferous tubules of testis is spermatogenesis. So spermatogenesis requires just 72 days, not hours. Spermatogenesis requires 72 days to complete. In last class I told you spermatogenesis involves multiplication phase, maturation phase, multiplication, growth, maturation and differentiation, or spermiogenesis. So all these phases require 72 days to produce sperm. So for exam point of view, spermatogenesis, oogenesis can be a difference, very important difference. Let's discuss spermatogenesis, oogenesis. Spermatogenesis means production of sperm, oogenesis means production of egg. Where spermatogenesis occurs? In seminiferous tubules. Spermatogenesis occurs in seminiferous tubules. Where oogenesis occurs? In ovarian follicles. Seminiferous tubules of testis. This is the location. So spermatogenesis occurs inside seminiferous tubules of testis. Oogenesis occurs inside ovarian follicles or inside follicles of ovaries. Now you have to remember the timing during lifetime when spermatogenesis occurs. During lifetime, spermatogenesis begins from puberty and continues till old age. So begins from puberty and continues till old age. This is spermatogenesis. But oogenesis begins before birth. Before birth. So before the birth of girl child, oogenesis begins inside ovary, but completed only after fertilization. That means when a sperm touches the secondary oocyte, then only oogenesis will come. That means entire spermatogenesis completed inside seminiferous tubule of testis, means inside testis. But in oogenesis, it begins inside ovary but complete outside ovary. So don't think ovum released from ovary. No. Its previous stage, that is the secondary oocyte, released from ovary. That means ovary has basically two functions: production of ovum or secondary oocyte, better write it, production of egg, and release of egg, ovulation. Egg release in which stage? Secondary oocyte stage. Ovary, another function is secretion of sex hormones. That's why it is called female gonad or primary sex organ of female. So, ovary produce egg, release egg by means of ovulation, then secrete female sex hormones. Female sex hormones. All these are steroid hormones. From ovary, two type of steroid hormones released. One is estrogen. Estrogens, you write. Androgens released from Leydig cell of testis. Estrogen released many types. This is female sex hormone. So, among androgens, testosterone is the principal androgen. So, there are so many estrogen. Estradiol is the principal estrogen. Estradiol. Estradiol. This is the principal estrogen. So, ovary secrete two type of sex hormone, estrogen or estradiol from mature Graafian follicle. We'll discuss it. And another is progesterone. Progesterone. So, ovary secrete these two important sex hormones. Others are also there. We'll discuss it later. So, progesterone, this is important because it is also known as pregnancy maintaining hormone. This is very important. Progesterone is the pregnancy maintaining hormone. So, throughout the pregnancy period, progesterone level in the blood will remain high. If by any means progesterone level goes down, premature delivery may occur, premature birth, 9-month pregnancy. If birth occurs in 6 months, that fetus will die. After 7 months, if birth occurs, then the chance of survivability is there. So, progesterone is the pregnancy maintaining hormone. It prepares the uterus. The inner layer of uterus is endometrium. It prepares the uterus for implantation. Attachment of blastocyst to the uterine wall is implantation. We'll discuss. So, male gonad is testis. Testis contains seminiferous tubule. Inside seminiferous tubule, spermatogenesis occurs. Female gonad is ovary. Inside ovary, follicles there. Inside follicles, oogenesis occurs. So, spermatogenesis begins from puberty, but oogenesis begins before birth. Spermatogenesis completed in 72 days. each batch of spore will come out. Your first year is 1 year, your second year is another 1 year. But one batch of spore will produce in 72 days. So very short period of time. But oogenesis took very long period. Begins before birth, complete only after fertilization, after marriage of the female. So it takes a very long period. It takes many years to complete. Many years. I am writing here in short. That means oogenesis require many years to complete. Spermatogenesis require just 72 days. And another important point is, in last class we discussed one spermatocyte, one primary spermatocyte, produces 4 functional spore or 4 active spore. So result 100%. You know primary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 1 to produce secondary spermatocyte. Each secondary spermatocyte undergo meiosis 2, which is just like mitosis. So altogether 4 spore will produce. But here what happens? From one primary oocyte, only one ovum will produce, and the other 2 or 3 polar bodies will produce. They will destroy. So net result is 25%. So here 4 cell produce, 4 are active spore. Here 4 cell produce, but 1 is ovum and another 2 or 3 is polar bodies. That means this is another important point. In spermatogenesis, no polar body formation takes place. In oogenesis, polar body formation takes place. Correct? This is a very important difference. In contrast, there can be another difference, that is difference between sperm and ovum. If you know this difference, you can write this difference also. How you see? Here we have written, it is the process of sperm formation, spermatogenesis. Here we can write, sperms are produced by the process called spermatogenesis. Ovum produced by the process called oogenesis. You know male gametes are generally motile due to flagella. So sperms are motile, ovums are non-motile. So sperms are generally 2 types. 50% X bearing, 50% Y bearing. But in contrast, ovum all carries the X chromosome. So here you can write 2 types of sperms produce. Androsperms bear Y chromosome. 2 types of sperms. Androsperm 22 autosome plus Y, and gynosperm 22 autosome plus X. Gynosperm, sperms plural. Ovum, one type. One type in 50% ovum Z bearing, 50% ovum W bearing. So we are writing the difference on the basis of human. Ovum contain abundant cytoplasm. Sperm contain almost no cytoplasm. Ovum is comparatively very small. It is comparatively very large. Sperm very small. Ovum is very large. Just for analogy, you just imagine our mother earth is ovum, for example, and one human standing on earth is one sperm. You imagine? So ovum is so huge that on its surface many sperm at a time can come, but only one sperm successfully fertilizes, others cannot. So during fertilization, monospermy is the rule. One sperm will fertilize. It does not mean many sperm can attach to the surface of egg and all will successfully fertilize. No. If that would happen, then egg will die. So, sperm, Jodoi is different thing. After the process, we will learn it next. Listen, sperm produced by spermatogenesis, it requires 72 days to come. Ovum produced by oogenesis, it requires to complete by many years. Sperm is very small and flagellated. Ovum is comparatively large and non-flagellated. Motile, why it is motile? Due to presence of flagellum, due to presence of tail. Why it is not motile? Due to lack of flagellum. इसमें flagellum नहीं होता है. So this is the basic difference, and this point you can write. One primary spermatocyte produces 4 functional sperm. One primary oocyte, here spermatocyte, here oocyte. One primary oocyte will produce only one ovum and 2 or 3 polar bottles. Today we will discuss under oogenesis. So first discuss the structure of sperm. So you see, this is the longitudinal section or LS of a sperm as seen under electron microscope. This is the nucleus. You know nucleus contains n number of chromosomes. The n number of chromosomes can be 22 autosomes plus X or 22 autosomes plus Y. This can be a very important question. How many autosomes present in the nucleus of a sperm? 22 autosomes. All students will tempted 23, haploid 23, no. Out of 23, one is the sex chromosome. Question पचरा गला, how many autosomes are there? 22 autosomes. And the tip of the nucleus, tip of the sperm contain a giant lysosome. बहुत बड़ा lysosome होता है. That is called acrosome. Acrosome. So, from which cell sperm produced? You know that is spermatid. The process by which spermatid converted into sperm, that is called spermiogenesis. Clear or not? So, spermatid is a very large cell with abundant cytoplasm. And this cytoplasm is lost during the process of sperm formation. This is differentiation. Circulation engulfs all the lost cytoplasm. Circulation so highly cytoplasm. My question is, this is also a very important council question. Which organelle of spermatid becomes sperm acrosome? Acrosome is a lysosome because it contains digestive enzymes. So acrosome contain what? Acrosome contain a group of enzymes called sperm lysins. Sperm lysins. Among that sperm lysins, one is a hyaluronidase. We'll discuss it later. During fertilization, I told you the function of enzyme individually. We'll discuss. So acrosome. Next question. Acrosome contains group of enzymes sperm lysins. My question is, which organelle of spermatid produce acrosome? Your answer is Golgi body or Golgi complex. So this Golgi body or Golgi complex produce acrosome. Very important question. So we got to one more question. How many autosomes present in sperm nucleus? 22. Next question. Which organelle produce acrosome? Golgi body. Now you see, a spermatozoon or spore, same thing singular, spermatozoa plural. So sperm consists of 3 parts, or we can say 4 parts. This is the portion called middle piece. This entire thing is called tail or flagellum. The portion between head and middle piece is called neck. The neck portion is little bit narrow. This is the neck portion. So a typical sperm consists of head, neck, middle piece, tail. Just behind the nucleus, 2 centrioles present, that is right angle to each other. Like this, suppose this is one centriole, this is another centriole, 2 centriole. I told you this is the LS. So if LS taken, circular in outline, proximal centriole. If LS taken, this one is LS, so this is longitudinal. So 2 centrioles. This one is proximal centriole, proximal. This one is distal. These 2 are centrioles. In cytology chapter, you know, in 11th class, from 11th class you know it. Flagellum or tail contain axial filament. So distal centriole behaves as a basal body. फ्लैजेलम का बेस में बासल बॉडी होना चाहिए. So from this basal body, the axial filament arises. This is the axial filament. This is the axial filament. So the entire sperm is covered by what? Plasma membrane, because it is a cell. This is a eukaryotic cell. So the outer lining is plasma membrane. Suppose this is PL, and this one is the axial filament. That means 9 plus 2 microtubules. 2 central microtubule, 9 peripheral microtubules. Together 11 microtubules. So this axial filament comes out of the plasma membrane. So this portion is called as end piece. Now tail has 2 parts. जितने तक प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन है, that is main piece. Axial filament comes out of the main piece, that is the end piece or tail piece. So tail has 2 parts, main piece, end piece. Now this middle piece, around this axial filament, mitochondria present in spiral form, spring-like. How many? 25 mitochondria. This is important. All of you know mitochondria is the powerhouse. Sperm is motile. It requires energy to beat flagellum. So who will provide energy? Mitochondria. So how many mitochondria is there? 25. They present in ring form. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, we are taking LS. So LS, in LS, how it appears? Like this. These are the mitochondria. They appear like this. These are the section of mitochondria. So middle piece contain mitochondrial spiral. 25 mitochondria is there in human sperm. 25 numbers. So energy is very much limited. So with that limited energy, the beating of flagellum push the bulky head. Sperm head very heavy because a lot of DNA present. If Y chromosome just 216 odd genes, if X chromosome 1000 genes, so sperm with X chromosome, their head is very heavy. Sperm with Y chromosome, their head is lighter comparatively. If there will be a swimming competition, who will fertilize the ovum first? Y chromosome. But Y chromosome has a short lasting. It can run fast, but it will die very quickly. But X chromosome slow moving, energy कम खर्चा हो रहा है, and it can stay for more time, stay alive for more time. This is the LS of human sperm. I told you head contain nucleus acrosome and the neck region contain 2 centriole. This distal centriole behaves like basal body for this tail, and another centriole is there here, that is called ring centriole. It has no known function. It is the ring centriole. Their function jana nahi. And during fertilization, this proximal centriole enter into the ovum. During oogenesis, ovum don't have any centriole. You know centriole responsible for a spindle fiber formation. So if there is no spindle fiber, then there will be no cell division. So during fertilization, sperm bring the centriole for further cell division. क्योंकि ओवम के पास है नहीं, सब सेंट्रियोल पोलर बॉडी में चला गया. So this is the important point. So this portion is ovum structure. Yes, ovum structure of sperm. Now we will discuss histology of ovary and then oogenesis. Female reproductive system present in the pelvis region of female. Female reproductive system contain ovary, secondary sex organs and mammary gland. This is also coming under female reproductive system. So what is the function of female reproductive system? Male reproductive system just 2 or 3 functions. Sperm production and its deposition in the female body. The job of male reproductive system over. Now, female reproductive system perform many functions. One is egg production, second is ovulation, third it is the female sex hormone. It will prepare the reproductive system and during the pregnancy also. So female reproductive system help in egg formation, ovulation, fertilization, because inside reproductive system fertilization occurs. Then entire pregnancy, 9 months, the uterus will hold the baby, the fetus, the embryo. Then birth means child delivery. That is also the job of the female reproductive system. The job of yet not over. After birth, the mother has to nourish the child. Mother has to provide milk to the child. That's why the mammary glands. So mammary glands secrete milk after pasteurization, child delivery. So these are the functions, child care. These are the functions of female reproductive system. Now you can see here, this is the diagram of female reproductive system. It includes 2 ovary. Next to ovary, these are the fallopian tubes or ovidum. This tube-like structure. So ovary releases secondary oocyte. That is not ovum. That secondary oocyte, while coming through the fallopian tube, fertilization occurs. And this is the uterus. Where uterus is located, this is the side view you see here. Uterus is located between urinary bladder and rectum. मनुष्य का जिंदगी शुरू होता है मूत्र से और पोटी के बीच. So urinary bladder, मूत्रथली, rectum, that is गुरुथली. So in between uterus is present. Pale during our initial life, we spend our 9 months between urine and stool. So ovary attached to the uterus Suppose this is the uterus, this is the right ovary. Say. Suppose this is the ovary. This is the right ovary. In this side, this is uterus. If this is the right ovary, this is left ovary. This is left ovary. So ovary connected with uterus. Listen. Ovary connected with uterus by ovarian ligament. This is the ovarian ligament. And ovary hangs from the dorsal body wall. Hand from motor jemti hanging one rod that is not visible to us because we are looking from the ventral view. तर यार बैक साइड रे अछि कोन मेसोथेलियम. It is a double folded peritoneum. So ovary held in position by two things. Ovarian ligament connect ovary to the uterus and mesothelium broad ligament attach the ovary to the abdominal wall, dorsal body wall. Now if we take the histology of ovary, we can see ovary covered by externally by a peritoneum. This is the outer layer. So ovary has two parts. Ovary consists of two parts. Ovary wall, then stroma. The entire thing is stroma. Stroma again has two parts, outer cortex and inner medulla. So this cortex of ovary contain ovarian follicles at various developmental stages. Ovary wall has three layers. The outer layer is visceral peritoneum. Middle layer is tunica albuginea. Oh, sorry. Middle layer is germinal epithelium. Middle layer is germinal epithelium. The inner layer is tunica albuginea. You see tunica albuginea present in seminiferous tubule. Here also it is present. So if this is the outer layer, visceral peritoneum, then inner layer is the germinal epithelium. And the surface of ovary is not so smooth. Why? Because so many follicles are there. So the surface of ovary appears highly bulged. Like this. This bulging are due to the follicles. And this layer is the germinal epithelium. But interestingly, this germinal epithelium don't produce the cell for oogenesis. So this is a misnomer. In seminiferous tubule we noticed germinal epithelium contains spermatogonia which produce sperm. But here germinal epithelium never produce any cell for oogenesis. Then where the cells come from? The cells come from outside the ovary. So this is the central medulla portions. Medulla, it contains connective tissue. And suppose these are the protection. So what happens from outside the ovary through mesovarium? Some of the primordial cells will come, enter the ovary. Suppose this is one of them. This is called oogonia. This oogonia or egg mother cell will divide and redivide to increase its number. So interestingly, there will be so many oogonia. So oogonia, how much? 1 to 2 million. So cell division, each ovary contain near about 1 to 2 million oogonia. Oogenesis initiated before birth. A couple of million gamete mother cells are formed in each fetal ovary. So inside one fetal ovary, 1 to 2 million oogonia will produce, and after birth there will be no oogonia. All formation of oogonia restricted before birth. No oogonia after birth. So now what will happen? This oogonia will grow. Oogenesis occur inside ovarian follicle, I told you. So each oogonia will grow to become primary oocyte. So how many primary oocyte? Same 1 to 2 million. All oogonia grow into primary oocyte. So now think this is a primary oocyte. It is a diploid cell. So around the primary oocyte, some of the cells will come and surround it to form a single layer. So now this is a follicle. Entire thing is a follicle. So follicle has two parts. This follicle is called primary follicle. So primary follicle has two things: primary oocyte plus single layer of granulosa cell. So primary oocyte, this one is primary oocyte, and this one is granulosa cell, one layer. Granulosa cell, one layer of granulosa cell. Now you see this primary oocyte. This is a very complex thing. Listen carefully. The primary oocyte begins meiosis. You know meiosis 1 involves prophase 1, metaphase 1, telophase 1, anaphase, telophase, like this. Again, prophase 1 is very longest phase. Leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, dikinesis, like this. So here the primary oocyte will start meiosis 1 and it will be arrested in diplotin stage. In your NCERT book it is written, it entered into prophase 1 and temporarily arrested at this stage. You know prophase 1 is very long. Leptotin, zygotin, pachytin कहाँ पर arrest हुआ? Answer is diplotin stage. Diplotin stage. So now think, this primary oocyte arrested in diplotin stage of prophase 1 of meiosis 1. Here now the fetus taken bath, baby female taken bath. But at the time of birth, both the ovary contain entirely primary follicles, no secondary follicles, nothing. Clear or not? So here birth taken place. First year, second year, like this, the baby female will grow. When puberty will attain, sexual maturity means puberty at the age of 11 or 12 years. Then what will happen to these primary follicles? Most of them will die. They will degenerate. So at puberty, how many primary oocytes left? At the time of birth, 1 to 2 million. Most of them will degenerate. Only 60,000 to 80,000 primary oocytes will be there in each ovary. ताले गोटे गोटे ओवरी 60 ରୁ 80,000 ରହିବ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଫିମେଲ ର ବୟସ ହେଇଛି 11 ରୁ 12 ଇୟର୍ସ। ତାମାନେ प्राइमरी oocyte arrest ହେଇକି ରହିଛି, arrest ଖୋଲିନି। Now sexual maturity begins, menstrual cycle begins. During every month what will happen? Some of the primary follicles, not all, out of the 60 to 80,000, some of the primary follicle will grow. It will enlarge to become secondary follicle. Suppose this is the primary oocyte arrested condition. Here one layer of granulosal cell. Now think multiple layer of granulosal cells. So you can imagine the difference. Primary follicle contains single layer of granulosal cell, multi-layered granulosal cell. This is secondary follicle. So secondary follicle then become tertiary follicle. How we can know? The tertiary follicle contain a cavity, small cavities. Later on they will fuse. Let's think this is the cavity, antral cavity or antrum. So appearance of antrum is the tertiary follicle. So this is secondary follicle. Secondary follicle. This is the tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle. So you can see the difference. In this tertiary follicle, listen carefully. In this tertiary follicle, the primary oocyte arrest will release. Arrest kholibo. Tane diplotin ru division will progress. Tale leptotin, zygotin, pachytin, diplotin, then diakinesis, then metaphase 1. Metaphase 1 रे homologous chromosome will separate. Then reduction होगा, chromosome number आधा होगा, तामाने cell division complete होगा. एटा secondary oocyte है ना, एटा polar body होगा. डेटा cell होगा, polar body है ना. This is the first polar body, very small cell. No cytoplasm it will die. So this polar body may not undergo meiosis 2. In human it may die. I write it later. Now listen, see what is happening inside ovary. This is the stage now I am discussing after puberty. every month. Some of the follicles grow to tertiary follicle. Which hormone helps in this growing? It is the follicular stimulating hormone FSH. जो हार्मोन फॉलिकल को स्टिमुलेट कर रहा है. So this stimulation from FSH is a pituitary hormone. It will through blood, it will come to the ovary and it will stimulate for this growth. Tertiary follicle will become mature Graafian follicle. This is the mature follicle. And another thing is there. What is that? The differentiation of theca layer will be organized into theca externa, theca interna. You see, this is the connective tissue deposited around tertiary follicle. Tertiary follicle akare connective tissue roigala. It appears just like a box. गोटे बाक्स भितर रही जावला रही ए बॉक्स लेयर को कौन बोलते थीका. एक्चुअली ए थीकाटा डिफरेंशिएटेड होबो से टर्शियरी फॉलिकल रो ग्रोथ बेले. ड्यूरिंग द ग्रोथ ऑफ टर्शियरी फॉलिकल दिस थीका लेयर विल डिफरेंशिएटेड. आउटर ऑफ थीका एक्सटर्ना, इनर ऑफ थीका इंटरना. तले this is the mature Graafian follicle. theca externa interna अछि. एटी गोटे बड़टे करछि. Suppose this is a Graafian follicle, mature follicle. You can see the difference. GRAAFIAN. This is the right spelling. किछि बुक रे in some books it is written GRAAFIAN. This is wrong. This is not the spelling. GRAA it is right. AA it is wrong. So Graafian follicle, Graafian one scientist, lady scientist who discovered such type of follicle inside ovary. To respect her, this is the name Graafian follicle or mature follicle. So primary follicle becomes secondary, secondary become tertiary, tertiary become mature. The entire growth requires FSH. Now the structure inside cells theca interna, these are actually endocrine cells. Outside theca externa. So this is the differentiation of the theca. Theca remain undifferentiated initially, later differentiated into two layers. So this inner layer, theca interna contain endocrine cell. These internal cells secrete estrogens into the blood. Now ovarian follicles will be supplied with the blood vessels. These are the blood vessels. So this hormone now enter into the blood. Now you see, this is the secondary oocyte. I told you, meiosis 1 completed. Secondary oocyte is in which stage? The secondary oocyte is in prophase 2, metaphase 2, then arrest. प्रथम एटी अरेस्ट लागिला डिप्लोटिंग स्टेज रे अरेस्ट करला मियोसिस 1 हे गेला प्रोसीड करला प्रोफेज 2 भी हे जेची मेटाफेज 2 अरेस्ट ताले दिस सेकेंडरी oocyte arrested at metaphase 2 and this secondary oocyte secrete a non-cellular layer that is called zona pellucida. English रे कहबा pellucid zone. Clear? And here everywhere granulosa cells. So due to the growing antron, granulosa cell will be differentiated into two layers. This is one, this is the another. This cavity separate the granulosa cell into two layers. The outer layer is membrana granulosa. It is very thin, membrane-like. That's why the name membrana granulosa. Mo diagram re ଟିକେ ମୋଟା ଲାଗୁଛି. No, it is very thin. Membrana granulosa. This is called discus proligerus. It is a disc-like, and you see the connection is narrow. This narrow connection is cumulus oopericus or cumulus ooperus, or in English it is germ. पहाड़ वाला है ताले एटा वाला मेम्ब्राना ग्रानुलोसा, एटा वाला डिस्कस प्रोलिजेरस. लिख दो जी. मेम्ब्राना ग्रानुलोसा, मेम्ब्राना ग्रानुलोसा, एटा वाला डिस्कस प्रोलिजेरस. अब ये कनेक्शन का है जर्म हिल बा क्यूमुलस. एटा पेडिसिल भले गोटे रहउची, गोटे नाड़ भले स्टॉक लाइक. दिस इज क्यूमुलस oopericus बा ooperus. बुक रे देखि नबो. क्लियर? आउ केडी कहली ठीक है डिफरेंशिएटेड. दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ए ग्राफियन फॉलिकल. For exam point of view, it can be a very good important selection. Short note, Graafian follicle. It can be a half long question. Graafian follicle. So now the Graafian follicle undergo rupture. When the antrum is fully grown, there will be a pressure and the Graafian follicle rupture. Don't think it will burst. Burst होने से आवाज होता है, पेट के अंदर आवाज नहीं होगा. So it will rupture. So rupture होने से what will happen? The secondary oocyte will liberate. बाहर आ जाएगा, abdominal cavity में आ जाएगा, and that is called ovulation. So which hormone causes the growth? FSH. Now this is another pituitary hormone that causes ovulation. Ovulation is caused due to LH, luteinizing hormone. Male रे हमें कौन बोलते ICSH. LH stimulate Leydig cell to secrete testosterone. Here LH causes ovulation. Well, these are the ruptured follicle granulosa cell, and that granulosa cell return back to the ovary. Ovary को फेरी जीवो, and this is the corpus luteum. Yellow color है जीवो, yellow body, corpus luteum. ताले beginning रे every month रे how many primary follicles start growing? 7 to 8. How many successfully become Graafian follicle? Just 1 or 2. How many successfully ovulated? Just 1. Then remaining will degenerate. That degeneration process is called atresia, follicular atresia. Very important. This is follicular atresia. Atresia. This is the atretic follicle or follicular atresia. Now this is the corpus luteum. This corpus luteum will grow. This is the endocrine or gland. Then two endocrine structure is there. Theca interna around Graafian follicle. Then this is the corpus luteum, and this one is the larger. This is a mature corpus luteum. Luteum means yellow. Corpus luteum रो endocrine cell को कहवा lutein cells. या भीतर progesterone भर्ती होती. It will be liberated. Well, I told you, ovary secrete two hormone estrogen. Which cell secrete estrogen? Theca interna. Which cell secrete progesterone? It is corpus luteum. Then if there is no fertilization, a secondary oocyte fallopian tube भितर गलाले जदि fertilization न हो, corpus luteum cannot survive more than 12 days. 12 दिन चाहिए लाइफ स्पैन, 12-14 दिन. तापरे जदि fertilization हो ताहले ये बंचिबो आउे 6 मास जाय बंचिबो. नले एटा डिजेनरेट हेजिबो. डिजेनरेट हेगले हम त कोन कहबा? corpus albicans कहबा. albino माने व्हाइट. ताले येलो बॉडीटा व्हाइट हेजिबो, मरि जिवो, डिजेनरेट करि जिवो. ताले डिफरेंट डेवलपमेंटल स्टेजेस ऑफ ओवारियन फॉलिकल. ताले एटी समरी कले कोन हो? oogenesis लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन हो. ताले oogenesis प्रोसेस रे जेमति स्पर्माटोजेनेसिस लेखिथिले oogonia माइटोसिस हला, नंबर इंक्रीज कला oogonia रा. ताले दिस इज कॉल्ड मल्टीप्लिकेशन फेज. ठीक ना नहीं? मल्टीप्लिकेशन फेज. multiplication phase. Then oogonia will grow. This is called primary oocyte. Primary oocyte is diploid, 2n number chromosome, then 44 autosome plus XX. ताले primary oocyte को stage रे arrest कला. Primary oocyte diploidic stage रे. ताले डिप्लोटिन स्टेज में अरेस्ट हुआ भितरे बात हला. ताले बात प्रोसेस टा कोई भी डॉटेड देखि कुछि एठी माने एटा होछि बात और प्यूबर्टी. जरा पाखरे बात लेखो, एटा लेखो प्यूबर्टी. ताले एटा चाइल्डहुड चाइल्डहुड रे किछि होबनी. प्राइमरी oocyte will remain as it is. एटी हैला प्यूबर्टी. ताले प्यूबर्टी स्टेज आसिला माने प्राइमरी oocyte कोन करिवो? मियोसिस 1 कंप्लीट करिवो. ताले एटी मियोसिस 1 लिखि दुछि. मियोसिस 1. ताले 2 unequal cell will be there. This is called first polar body or polocyte. This is called secondary oocyte. This secondary oocyte contains 22 autosomes plus X. So secondary oocyte remain arrested during ovulation. It is arrested in metaphase 2. Now this secondary oocyte will travel through fallopian tube. If the female is married, if the sperm comes in contact with secondary oocyte, I told you the lifespan of secondary oocyte is just 24 to 48 hours. The sperm must touch within that period. If sperm touches, fertilization occurs, then only meiosis 2 will complete. So here meiosis 2. This meiosis 2 results in the production of a small polar body जिसमें साइटोप्लाज्म है ही नहीं, and another big ovum or oocyte. So this is the ovum or fertilized egg or zygote. When it is a zygote, when the sperm nucleus and egg nucleus they fuse, then it is zygote. So in the ovum, sperm nucleus is there, egg nucleus is there. During fertilization I will discuss again. So what is the end result? One primary oocyte produce one ovum, two polar body or three polar body. If first polar body undergo meiosis 2, then two cell, 1, 2, 3, three polar body or two polar body. In human, this first polar body don't undergo mitosis. That's why I am saying 2 or 3 polar bodies. This is all about oogenesis, and all these follicular oocytes are not present standalone. They are surrounded by follicular cells. That's the entire thing is a follicle. Oogenesis occur inside ovarian follicles. This is all about the oogenesis, leukocyte. Last class we discussed spermatogenesis.